Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Life Theory podcast.
Yeah, welcome to Life Theory. As you can tell, we're in another different room. We've had a different setup for every single podcast so far.
This is episode 5, so
5 different setups total.
Wow.
Episode 5, yeah.
This one is the coolest with maybe the best lighting and by far the worst audio.
Oh, really?
Oh, because of this
Yeah.
That's
echo.
because of the echo.
Yeah. So now you hear their voice and then you hear it again.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited. The reason we're in a new location is because we have guests. Because we are currently at camp. It's the WIBF camp from Northland, and at Northland. And so we wanted to do a podcast at camp to talk about women's rights. No. Jordan, you want to start us off?
I don't know about that one. You might want to pass it left.
No, we're talking about camp because all of us here have been at camp quite a bit and really enjoy the camp and have seen a lot of good things come from the camp. And actually, it was Sammy originally and you two that were like, we want to be on your podcast and talk about camp. And so I was like, sure. And then it only took an entire year for me to finally get around to it.
And we're missing Lily, but that's okay.
Yeah. We are missing Lily.
We are,
so
actually.
we got our replacement Lily.
Yeah.
Less hair,
My name's Lily
lower
with a
voice.
deeper voice.
Yeah. But
Not a wig.
it's a suitable
Blonde
substitute.
wig.
No, we're not doing blonde wigs on this
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna go down and I'll just start with you. They already know you, but how long have you been going to camp? Like since what age?
Well, I started going to camp when they moved here to Northland from Chautauqua. So 2016? I don't know if you guys remember.
2017 was our first one.
2017.
Okay.
So I've been going to camp since 2017, and so I would have been 16.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that's
Wow.
what?
7 years? 17.
Since
We're in
27.
25. 8 years.
8 years. And then the rest of you also give your names because they don't.
My name is Jordan. I've been going to camp as long as I can remember, since I was
Yep.
born, so 19 years. I'm 19, so. But yeah.
I'm Samantha, and I've been going for like 20 years since I've been born.
Yep.
Yeah.
My name is Emma. I've been going since I was probably 4 or 5, so around 19, 20 years.
My name is Chloe, and I've been going. I remember back in 2016, I went at Camp Chautauqua, and then there were a couple years before that prior that I also went, but I don't remember exactly how old I was.
Nice. So yeah, you guys know me, but I've been going. It was either the second or the third year since they were here at Northland. I was 16 when I first went, so I only went here 4 years as a camper, but I liked it so much I decided I'd just come back no matter what they told me.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
I'm 21 years old and I'm still going to teen camp.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've all done it a lot. We've done this camp a lot. But also, I want to tell them, if people don't know, what is a Christian camp? Because there's a lot of definitions of camping, what camp is, what youth conference is, and what we specifically here at our camp teach. And so what is a Christian camp, and what is... Yeah, just kind of define.
Are we going down the line again, or?
Whoever wants to jump in.
I would say a Christian camp is a place where you can come and get away from the world. That's the whole point. It's not for the lost. Obviously, lost people could be here.
Mm-hmm.
And that'd be great if they got saved at camp. But camp is designed to be for the saved.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Good place for fellowship as well.
Yeah.
Making new friends, listening to great preaching.
Yes.
So if you haven't come,
Yes,
next
so
year.
this is like, borderline a promotion for this camp because
Yeah.
I love it that much.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this camp specifically, I see a huge a huge focus on two things. I see a huge focus on fellowship, like fellowshipping with other Christians, because this is like, especially with a lot of homeschooled kids
Right.
or being in really small Christian schools,
Mhm.
there's a lot of times out of the year where the kids that come here to camp don't have ability or time to fellowship, or they just don't
Yeah.
have people in their area.
Mhm.
Or
It's,
even the public school kids who are around the Christian
Yes,
realm get to see how to live the Christian life and bring it back to school as well.
exactly. And so having that fellowship of other teens, seeing I'm not the only one serving God,
Mhm.
I'm not the only one that cares about these things. There's literally like 300, 400 other people in my general age group that also want to serve the Lord. Like that
Yep.
fellowship is huge.
Well, it's also just refreshing and encouraging for people who do go to public schools because, like, I know me and Chloe, we've gone to public school most of our life.
Yeah.
And coming back to camp every year is just like kind of like a reset. You get reminded, like, okay, this is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
So,
And it's nice too, cause like, yeah, if you're always surrounded by public schoolers, like every day going to school, it's nice being in an environment where it's like you're surrounded by other Christians. And even it's encouraging when you visit other like-minded faith churches where it's like, oh, you see a bunch of other Christians and you're like, wow, there are like
Yeah.
a bunch of other people who want to serve God too.
Yeah.
And then when you come here, it's just like hundreds, you
Yeah.
know, a
It's
couple
not
hundred.
just in our church. It's you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Uh-huh.
and like you said, people can come here no matter what age.
Mhm.
You said you were only a camper for 4 years, and then
Yep.
you started coming back again because you just love it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna be doing because I love it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I started going, I didn't start going till 16. And before that, we were at Pioneer, so there was some teens. But even before that, we were at a church, a really small church that didn't really like our family. And so, like, I didn't hardly have any friends for 6 years. So it got very discouraging a lot.
Yeah.
Being like, you definitely get that feeling that you're just alone when
Mhm.
you're just doing the ministry and it seems like no one else wants to be alongside you. So
yeah.
having stuff like camp
Mhm.
to see that you're not alone is huge.
Well, in that
Yeah.
too, you also get reminded that serving God can be fun too. You know,
Yes.
it just, not that you don't ever get reminded of that when you're not at camp, but like when you're at camp, it is a lot more fun, you know, when you're surrounded by so many other people that are like-minded with you. So
Yeah.
that's always,
And you meet like a bunch of friends too. And
Yeah.
like you grow up, at least at this camp, like it's a bunch of the same churches and people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so you grow up seeing them every single year and you just build relationships and bonds with a bunch of the different Christians
like-
that are in the area.
How long have
oh,
we been
man.
friends for?
Mhm.
Like what?
As literally as
Yeah,
like
like 10 plus years.
And it
more
was
than that,
because
yeah.
of
Yeah.
camp.
Because of
12
camp.
years.
Yeah.
Because
We
of
met
camp.
at camp.
We did.
Mhm.
So you make long relationships here.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it's,
I don't remember. I was just going to, like, we were talking about kind of defining what camp is, and I was just thinking about, you know, some people out there maybe being like, what do you do there? What are you doing at camp? You know, you're camping, we're setting up tents, you know, or
yeah,
say-
the practical definition as well.
yeah, what are we seeing for, like, practical definition of what do we do at camp? Where is camp? What is, you know, when you walk in, what are you seeing? So we could maybe give them a definition of,
Of
Where
like the
we're
camp
at and-
experience.
yeah, kind of give them a look into camp experience
Yeah.
as
You
well.
want to start us off?
okay, yeah, sure. You don't actually have to set up tents. They have cabins here, so
Yeah.
don't worry about that.
Nice ones.
And air
actually.
conditioning.
Most
And air conditioning too.
Most, not all.
So, oh yeah,
Dorms.
most, not all of them.
Not in the dorms, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
but yeah,
There-
basically, I just covered it what I just said a
Yeah.
couple minutes ago. So
yeah.
I don't really know what else to cover.
I mean, there's like
A ton of
kayaking,
activities.
Yeah.
swimming, rock climbing, zip lining. There's if we were looking at activities, there's like a
Yeah.
ton of activities.
If you're into sports,
And everything that you just mentioned is what's provided by Northland. That's not
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not just what WIBF offers.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
guns, there's the paintball,
Yep.
there's archery. There's so many other things that WIBF themselves
Yep.
put the time and effort and money into that is also here.
Yeah. And you said sports as
yeah,
well.
if you love sports out there, we have
Yeah.
some basketball tournaments,
Mm-hmm.
volleyball
Volleyball.
tournaments,
Yeah.
pickleball.
Pickleball.
That's
Yeah.
new this year.
It's new.
Yeah.
We had that pickleball tournament this year. So.
Pickleball is just kind of new in general, but
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll
it's
experience
pretty
that
amazing.
over on the court.
Yeah.
No one will be good tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a friend that just started pickleball, and he says like half the people are like, "Oh, that's cool." The other half are like making fun of him for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's fishing too.
Mhm.
Yep.
Lots of fish.
And
There's
the
mini golf.
yeah, there's mini
Mini
golf.
golf.
And the
There's-
camp food is not your typical. It's not okay. Obviously, it's not for a full-on meal, but it's honestly not as bad as what it could be
It's
for camp food.
it's way better.
They're
than I've heard.
preparing
Oh,
for
100%.
300 plus people,
Yeah.
and I feel like they do a phenomenal job
Yeah.
with all
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Huge, great job.
there's all that, and if you wander too far away, there's bears.
Watch
Yeah.
out for those.
We won't add that in. We can cut that out.
We gotta warn them. We gotta warn them. These
So-
predators.
I want to move on to some more personally how I do want to just kind of go along the line of
Okay.
how has camp personally affected you. It could be something super simple, or a decision, or just kind of a pattern of life that it has changed, and the reason that you still for yourself personally how camp has affected you. You want to start, Andrew?
Sure. Yeah, so like I said, I started coming when I was 16. I grew up as what we know as a very introverted kid. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I'd rather go sit and read a book. But 16 is when I started realizing that if I do that, it's going to be a lonely life. And then we came to camp and just surrounded by a ton of people, and just there was multiple days where I didn't even see anybody from my church, which was really weird to
Yeah.
me, because like it's not, I mean, it's a campus. It used to be a Christian college.
Yep.
So it's a campus. It's decent size, but to not actually see any of the multiple other people from church was really strange. So it helped me really get out of my shell, be able to meet a lot of people, be able to learn the joy of being social, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And so just that great experience and being able to hear a lot of different preaching has been, that's been amazing. Excuse me. Me and my dad have been running paintball ever since the first year. And that has grown, thankfully. The first year was, he had all this stuff in a trailer and just had the back door open. And we had 30 kids. And they're just walking into the trailer, grabbing stuff, and no, get back. And so I walk up and it's just Dad trying to and so yeah, I started helping him then every year since we've been refining the process, and it's just been really fun to see the kids come and be a part of that, see the different ones that come back every year and spend their $20 a day for
Yeah.
paintball. I mean, they get $5
Yeah.
back, but
Like Becca, my sister, I did
Yeah.
not know she would be into paintball.
yeah.
You know Becca, she's small. She's not a.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't seem like the combat type. Like
She
when
goes out. She plays paintball.
she plays it, loves it, and
Oh, wow.
murders people with it. Not literally, for legal reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
it's just been really cool to see people growing closer, being one of those people that's growing closer, meeting new people. And then obviously a lot of the people my age and a little bit older are grown and gone now, and so but it's still really cool to see a lot of them. They'll usually come back on Thursday night hang out, just kind of experience camp again. But just that fact of like, yeah, they're grown and gone now. They're not campers anymore, but they still come back, still hang out with everybody, and just the social aspect and has been a big impact for me personally.
Yeah, I would say the same thing socially for me. I don't really like to talk to people either. So. But yeah, it helped me, like kind of like what you said, step out of my comfort zone, talk to more people. And just coming back here, seeing all the pastors, they've had a lot of influence on me. They might not know that, but I know that they had really good influence on me. And I remember one year, 2019, you guys probably all remember that year.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
with
is-
Brother Skipper.
Yeah, you just,
Ooh.
that one night, Thursday
Wow.
night, you just,
That
Like-
was
And
the
it carried on
could
into Friday
feel-
morning.
that was the
Yeah.
first person I led to the Lord.
yeah.
Wow.
That week. There was a girl that I was actually praying for all week. I probably put 6 hours of prayer into just because I knew she was unsaved. She had like suicidal thoughts and like was in a really bad place.
Yeah.
And she, for some reason, opened up to me. I feel like almost as a last resort, just like on a hayride.
Yeah.
And I could not stop praying for her. And that
Mhm.
Thursday night, the Lord moved and she got saved.
I
And
know.
she's still in church living for the Lord.
Awesome.
Wow,
It
that's
is.
amazing.
It's
That's
awesome.
But yeah, you just could feel the presence of God. I remember my cousin, I'm not going to say his name, but he was sitting right next to me. And I mean, she told me afterwards, after the service, that they were praying specifically for him to get saved. And you're sitting down, your
Yeah.
eyes are closed, and you feel someone leave and get up.
Uh-huh.
And he got up and he went to my brother-in-law and was like, hey, I need to get saved right now. And he ended up
Wow.
getting saved that night. And it's just like, and I didn't know that until she told me after the service.
Yeah.
So that one year really stuck out to me. And I knew I wasn't saved at camp that year. And it carried over into the next month. And then pride was getting in the way here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to let it go. So I went to my dad and I got saved September
That's
4th, 2019.
awesome.
So there we go.
Wow.
So yeah, that's
awesome.
how you know camp has been a big influence on not just me, other people that
Mhm.
have been here. So
Yeah, mine's kind of similar with Jordan's. And well, first off, like the pastors, like he said, put so much time and prayer into camp. My dad specifically, he always gives credit to everybody else, but he as well puts a ton of time
Yeah.
and prayer into everything. He crosses the T's, dots his I's, is on the phone with Brother Eric all the time, and he does a phenomenal job leading it. And so just seeing him and seeing how much he cares, not just for obviously his kids, but also for other teens. He takes
Yeah.
them in. They have stayed at our house for multiple weeks, like where we only planned
Like
for
that
one
too.
night, and now they're they're here for half the summer. And then there's Erica Schertzer that stayed at our house for a whole month this past summer. And it's like
yeah.
the result from that is camp. And so, but similar to what he was saying with his salvation, I as well did not get saved at camp, but in 2021 when my grandpa passed away, everybody would come up to us and say, well, don't worry about it, you'll see him again. Well, they didn't say don't worry about it, but they said
Oh, wait.
Stop overreacting,
no,
bro.
but they,
You're fine.
but they would come up to us and be like you'll see him again one day. And that phrase just always irritated me because it's like that didn't help, right? And so and I knew that I wasn't, when I hearing that, I knew I'm not saved. Like I'm not gonna see him again one day. And that was in 2021. So I went to camp all these years and I was a pastor's kid during all these times and still did not, and that's where it was embarrassing for me is because I was like, I've been a pastor's kid for so many years. Obviously we're not no good other than anybody else, but
Yep.
it's still, you still have like, you hold yourself to a standard when you have to.
Yep.
And so I did not want to say anything to anybody because it was just embarrassing. So I waited 2 years, and I know that's crazy to say, 2 years. And the year I got saved was 2023 on March 15th. and it's because Abby Chang, which I wouldn't have met then unless it was for camp, had her seizure at the age of 15. And it made me realize you could go at any time. Bumpa passed away at 70. She could have died at 15.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so I lost it there in Culver's, of course, Baptist going to Culver's.
Yes.
And so I lost
Good
it.
Baptist.
I lost it there outside of Culver's
Praise God
and
for Culver's.
dried it up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sponsored by Culver's.
exactly. And then dried it up, went to church, and my mom ended up leading me to Lord on a Wednesday night. And so, and I could say that it could have happened getting saved any other time. But I'm going to say it was because of the result of camp. If I didn't know the Changs, what would have motivated. Thank you. I'm really tired, guys.
Yeah.
Motivated me to that decision. So, yeah,
That's awesome.
because of camp.
I feel like we're all kind of just building off of each other with this.
Yeah, I know.
But I did get saved at camp, actually. So that's really cool. But I went to camp, like I said, since I was like 4 or 5, and I loved it. But sometimes I dreaded coming to camp because I was doubting my salvation. So I was like, I wanted to go, but also I was like, I don't want to go because I knew I was going to be convicted. And I was like, but everyone was like, man, we're so excited for camp. And I was like, yeah. But deep down, like, I was like, oh man, I don't want to go. Like, but like, I still wanted to go because I wanted to see all my friends and like do all the activities. But I was so scared too because I was so stubborn. Like, oh my goodness, it was bad. But like how you said, you were just kind of embarrassed because like we weren't pastors' kids, but we grew up in a Christian home. Like from birth. It's not like we're third generation Christians, so it's like, you have to humble yourself when you get saved because it's like, they're gonna know. Like and that's not a bad thing, but that's why I was so stubborn for so long. Really what happened was I was at home and I got, like, I prayed when I was little to get saved and everything, but then one night I had a dream about like heaven and hell, and God was about to tell me if I was saved or not. And then I woke up right when I did, and then I called my mom in my room. She's like, oh, just trust God. Like, I was like, I had a nightmare, and she's like, trust God. And I was like, that's kind of the problem, but I didn't say anything. And
I mean, she's a mother.
right, you don't know. And so I just went to sleep, and I just pushed it off. I would go in my room and cry days. I would like pray so much. And then I would go to camp, push it off. And then one year I went to camp, and my cousin Katie, I didn't mean to say, well, it doesn't matter. She got saved, and she said she was doubting her salvation. We all thought she was already saved. And she came up to me. We were in the service, and I was convicted of my salvation, and so was she. And she was acting weird after the service. So she kind of was like trying to get away from me, and I was not really letting her because I was like, what are you doing? Like, I was so like, I don't know. And then finally I was just like, all right, I'll let her go. Like, it's fine. So she went and she talked to her mom and got saved. She came back to the cabin and told me. And she was so excited about it. Like, she wasn't embarrassed. Like, I mean, I'm sure to some extent a little bit, but like she was excited about it. Like, oh, I got saved. And immediately my heart like dropped like to the pit of my stomach. And I was just like, wow, like that's so good. Like, I'm so happy for you, trying to cover everything up. And then I was just like, literally when I say I was like shaking that night, like I was trembling. And I was sitting in bed, everyone was going to bed, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I cannot put it off anymore. So I went to my aunt because my mom was in a different cabin, and I was like, I don't feel good. Like, I want to go to my mom, and I'm like crying, and I'm sure my aunt knew, but, and she was like, okay. And so I went to my mom, and she was like, and I was like, I don't feel good, like just pretending to be sick. And so she's like, okay, let's go to the bathroom. So as we were walking towards the bathroom, that's when I told her, I was like, I don't know if I'm saved or not. And so that's when we sat down, and that's when I got saved, and it felt really good. So
Yeah.
if you're doubting your salvation, take care of it. I promise you, putting it off is so much worse.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But I've even since then, like the devil knows that I struggled with doubting my salvation for a long time, so he knows where to hit me sometimes. And you just have to get back in the Word and remind yourself, like, God keeps His promises. You're not going to lose your salvation. There's nothing you can do to keep it. He died on the cross for your sins for that. So, but camp impacted me in that way, for one. And then the other way why camp is so important is because the adults here that invest in you and put so much work and time in you, specifically, and like even their parents, they put so much time and effort into me specifically, and just loved and cared about me so much. And people aren't going to care about what you have to say unless they know how much you care about them. And that's exactly what they did. And so many people here at the camp, like pastors and just adults in general, like they just showed so much that they care about me and put so much time and invested in me. And now going to camp, it's just become such a huge part of my life where I now want to invest in other people and other campers here, and so that they have that same experience that I had growing up.
Yeah.
So, and it's cool because there's so many opportunities here to get involved
Yeah.
with serving. So many different things you can do, whether it's really behind the scenes or where you do more things up front. It's just, I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter either way. But yeah, anyways, that was kind of long.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I'm sorry, I just want to interject real quick. You guys, you mentioned your dad. You
Yeah,
mentioned
I
the
was
parents.
gonna say that.
I just want to say, like,
For context,
their dad is the camp director, so
yes. So
context.
their dad is the camp director
Yeah.
because I think that wasn't mentioned.
No, not yet.
No.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
yep. So that's when they're talking about investing a lot of time. That's why. Is
I forget
he?
that little thing is like sitting over there. Like
Yeah.
I was like talking to you guys.
Yeah. Well, no, that's better.
Yeah.
Makes it better.
All right.
I would say the biggest impact that camp had was I was able to assure my salvation here and get assurance. And it was that same big year, 2019,
Yeah.
that one
Man,
night.
I remember
year.
that night with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do.
Yeah, and it was hard because I struggled with it for years. And I would just encourage anybody, like, don't care what other people think, just get it settled. Because I want to say I got it settled when I was 15 in 2019, but I struggled with it, I want to say, even before I was 10. So, like, that's like 5 years of struggling with your salvation, and that is horrible. It's the worst feeling. You just feel horrible.
Yeah, you just don't know.
And it's like, because that's the biggest decision of your life. Like, if anything in your life, no other decision is as important as that. So it's like, it kind of consumes your mind all the time. And for 5 years, it's kind of hard. So that was one thing that really, of course, helped that camp.
Purple Unicorn podcast?
No, it's got a different name now. Cause it.
Do you want
Because
to
that
come
was a
say
weird
hi?
name.
You are doing the
It is the podcast. It's called Life Theory now. Wait. No.
Wait,
Pass the ball.
wait,
Pass the ball.
Dad.
Come on.
That was the camp director.
Yeah.
And I am. Absolutely gonna turn up the volume so they can hear him. They are gonna hear him.
Oh my goodness.
The
You
man, the
just-
myth, the legend.
You just need to. I can go and grab him if you want me to, really quick.
No,
I run
okay.
out there and he sees I'm out there, he'll come back.
That was hilarious.
He's stubborn, but he's not that stubborn. Oh my goodness. Sorry,
Oh.
Chloe.
Chloe, I'll
No,
let
you're
you keep
fine.
going.
So yeah, I was able that night. I just kept getting convicted, and over years I was getting convicted, and I finally that night got the courage, and I just stepped out of my seat and I went to the back and I talked to my aunt about it, and we prayed and I got it settled, and that was the best decision of my life, or the second best for salvation. Then making sure you're
Yeah.
saved, getting
Yeah.
assurance of
Yeah.
that, because nothing else matters more than that. So
Right.
Well, and that just also goes to show, like, you don't know when other people are going through it, because I had no
Yeah.
idea, and you had no idea. I mean, maybe you did. I don't know if you did, but like,
it's,
I don't know. I should know it a little bit more.
and
But,
it's
like,
crazy how many people do.
Yeah.
The older I got and the more I struggled with it, the more I saw that other people struggled with it too.
Mhm.
And other people were, and they would say like, hey, I struggled with that, or they would give their testimony, and it was so encouraging, and I still just like didn't have the courage to tell people. And you're just like, you know that people don't care, they're gonna be happy for you, because everybody's like, yeah, they don't care, like they're just gonna be happy for you, they want you to get it settled, and still your pride is like,
Yeah.
but what are they gonna think, you know? Like,
Yeah. Mhm.
what are they gonna think? Like, and now whenever I share my testimony, now I have to be like, oh well, I was 15 when I got it
Right.
settled, you know, and I waited all these years, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like nobody cares, nobody
No,
cares.
Yeah, that's a big thing. We care too much what people think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
We
Whereas
just need a
what God thinks is, let's
Yeah.
just get it settled. Like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I mean, to that point, I actually got baptized this year
Oh, awesome.
because looking back in my life, as far as like where my salvation was and where the testimony, where the fruit of my salvation, because the Bible talks about there's fruit to your salvation. You know, joy, love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness,
Mhm.
goodness, faith, meekness, and all that fruit and fruit of like winning souls and caring about what the Lord thinks about stuff and having victory over sin. That all happened actually when I was 16. That December after camp, Mr. Ives was talking about surrender, and I realized I had never surrendered to the Lord. And repentance is surrender. You know, it's moving from what you want to do, from your will to God's will.
Yeah.
And so that year, December, right after moving, I surrendered, and that is when I actually saw the fruit. So I was like, oh, that was my salvation.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't realize it. I was still studying and like looking into more of like what salvation was. And my roommate was going through James, and I was looking at the fruit of salvation. I was looking back at my life. I was like, oh, I got saved at 16. Wait, that means I've not been properly baptized yet. So I was like, wait a minute, I need to get baptized.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I told everyone I was getting baptized and I explained it, not a single person sneered or had a
Right,
bad thing.
yeah.
Everyone was super excited for me because
Yeah.
when you're around the people of God and like stuff like camp, when you have friends that care more about what God thinks than others,
Yeah.
then when they hear something like, yeah, I just got saved yesterday after being a pastor's kid for 20 years, they go, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
and that is absolutely what true friends are going to be. And that is what we see here at camp.
Yeah.
So I did have that last question, but I really think it got encapsulated pretty well as far as why is camp important.
Yeah.
And we just went down the line, and there was 3 testimonies of salvation. We had assurance. We had like being able to be social. Same with you. And so I think we've made our point pretty clear why camp is important.
Yeah.
And I think it's not even limited to camp. Like right now we're specifically talking about camp, and I do specifically love this camp.
Yeah.
But one thing I see, especially because we're in the world so much, is we need
Yeah.
those times of being with godly people, whether it's camp, Teen Mania, the Bible quiz that we do. Like I'm now a quiz leader for my church, and I bring my teens to Bible quiz the same way I did.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, it was
remember
good.
that.
Good
I think
times.
we did one.
You did one, yeah.
We did a couple. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we lost.
Well, if you only do one, you probably will.
No, it was like we were all. It was really bad. It was really bad. First off, I'm gonna be so straight up. We didn't study for that quiz. I'm gonna rat every single one of us out. And you Navises and Knutskins and I was like, it was like one after another standing up. And at one point we're like, we're just gonna listen to what you guys gotta say. Like we were so done. It was so embarrassing. But
It was fun though.
it was fun.
It was fun.
We just, we did one with you guys. We hosted one at our church.
Yep.
One. Yeah. It was
But
crazy. I
but
forgot about
stuff
that.
just stuff like that where it's people of God getting together
Yeah.
is huge.
Yeah.
I know.
But those Bible quizzes started how we got together was because of camp. Was it not?
No, so my dad did something similar when he was younger, and then once he took over at Pioneer, our church joined the Michigan Quiz League, and that was like 6-hour drive every quiz. So we're like, this is a little bit too much. So then Dad started the Wisconsin Quiz League.
So that was before Northland?
Yes, that was
Oh, that was a long time
2008.
ago.
Oh.
something like that.
wow.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been doing quizzing for many years.
Yeah.
But when we joined, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was because of camp.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
because of
sorry.
camp.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say I was only
No, you
4 in
joined in
2008. I
2008.
definitely that was like
No, I
That's why we were so bad at it.
It's just toddlers.
yeah. Okay, but
I
it was
can't get
because
off
of
this.
camp that we joined you guys and got to know you
'cause
guys better.
We like I think we ended up like trying to promote it at camp.
Yeah, we've done
Yeah.
it. I want to say at least 2 years we've promoted at camp.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why.
Okay.
That's when you guys joined. Was
But yeah.
after one of those years.
I know for me, camp, the big thing camp showed me, one, it made me sure of my calling to be a preacher. Like, I'm currently studying under my pastor, helping him with the plan, and I have full assurance that the Lord has called me to be a pastor. And I got that assurance at camp. It showed me the power of prayer in 2019.
Yep.
Praying for that girl more than it's sad to say, but up to that point, more than I'd prayed for anyone.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
And then seeing her miraculously get saved, like I'm like, wow, prayer works. Like,
Yeah.
And then I would say the biggest thing camp has helped me with is having good mentors. All these pastors and older people that are coming and helping and serving, like Pastor Bachhaus, your dad, Pastor, Brennan Stahl, Pastor, just so many of the pastors here and people that come here. I mean, you're talking about your mom and your aunt, your Mrs. Harrison. Yeah. And like, I've talked to Pastor Harrison, Mrs. Harrison, all those people, like the amount of rich knowledge and advice when you come to this camp, if you're willing to listen, is just, that has truly changed my life.
It shows faithfulness as well.
Yes.
From like, I say me, mom, papa, Pastor and Mrs. Williams.
Yep.
Them and Kex
Yeah.
started this,
Yep.
and he had it for. Oh my goodness.
Determination, dedication.
It was
right
like 30, almost 40 years that Papa
there.
had it until my dad took over. And it's just like Papa and Pastor and Mrs. Williams are here this week.
Yeah.
So it's like it can
Pastor
be
Keck.
and Pastor Keck is here this week, and he started Stack Force, started
Yep.
training at Christian
Christian
Camp. And so it's just like all these things that get started here. And it can be, it's a little sad to see how old they're getting, and like watching them struggle walking under the
Yeah.
tent was a little rough for me to see tonight. But you just see so much history just
Yep.
looking at them
And it's
Yes.
and
like
knowing their story.
an example of like godly investment into the next generation.
Like Pastor Keck started 13 churches in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
13. Pastor Keck.
It's really cool.
It is.
Yeah.
So all that to say, you need to come to camp.
Next
Next year, 2026.
I'm
come to
actually
camp.
I'm gonna put a link to the WIBF camp website so that you guys can check it out.
Yes.
It's really good. I love it. I literally come every year for like the same reason you're saying, where I want to give someone else that experience, that ability to sit for an entire week under good preaching, have a whole week away from the world with good fellowship with godly people. And so that's like, I'm doing my small part in actually, doing video. And
Sermons are also always pointed.
oh
Like they
my
are
goodness, the sermon.
every year
them.
exactly what I need to hear.
Brother Watkins this week is
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
he's
amazing.
He's punching me in the face with his
like, illustrations.
He's taking that Bible.
I feel like that during the sermon. Yeah. Like you're just
He's
like
an amazing speaker.
he is.
There is another
He's a really
speaker. We met him at ACE convention, and there's another speaker that we met at ACE convention.
Yeah.
Brother Steve Piggott. I don't know if you guys ever met him.
I'm not sure.
I want him to come here. I think everybody would love his preaching.
Yeah.
It is fairly similar to Brother Watkins, but great job. My dad does a great job picking who comes.
It's just so
lot.
good.
Yeah.
So if you're a Christian, even if you're not a Christian,
Yeah, if you're
you will
worried that you're not gonna know anybody here, like they said,
get over here.
get over
Right
here.
we'll be
now.
your friends.
Everyone here is like so friendly. I mean,
Yeah.
other than Andrew, I knew none of you before coming to camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
now
now-
we're on your podcast.
Now you're on
It's
my
crazy.
podcast.
Yeah.
So,
Look at that.
If
Awesome.
you come here, you don't know anybody, but you came because of this podcast. Find one of us and say, "You're
Yes.
the reason I'm here."
and then
Yeah.
we
That'd
will
be
show
so
you like
cool.
7
Yeah.
friends that
That'd be
would
awesome.
love
Yeah.
to hang out with
We
you.
Yeah.
can introduce you to all these
Yes.
people
Yeah.
and
Yep.
more.
Yeah.
Yep.
And more.
And more.
I
Have a
got
meet and
you.
greet at the cafeteria.
Yes. Everyone, this guy
200
came because
people
of the
waiting for
podcast.
that in the field. Oh my
That'd be
goodness.
awesome.
All right, let's not
Alright.
scare them.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
It's good.
But yeah, so we should probably end it. I'm pretty sure we went way over 30
Yeah.
minutes, but
Hey,
I
that's
am
fine.
not
Yeah.
regretting it.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
this was
No,
that
this
was
is
awesome.
really
Only
good.
like 8 minutes over.
Oh, really?
I'm good.
Wow, nice.
Wow.
Okay.
By
I
the
was
way,
not keeping
thanks,
track of time.
for having us on.
Yes,
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 thank you guys
you.
so
It
much
was-
for being on. This
It
was
was really
awesome.
cool being able to
I'll
share.
go back and watch this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
will
sure.
Cameron, my brother Cameron, you should talk to him about this.
Okay.
He's gonna be mad at me for saying
Yeah,
this.
he does watch
But you
it.
should talk to him about this. He is your #1 watcher. I swear, I hear him watching. He will not admit it. He will not admit it.
Was it the old podcast as well?
Yes. He
Really?
will not admit it that he watches this, but Cameron James Grohl, you do. And I know
Oh,
he
his
does.
full legal name.
Yes, yes.
No
I
names.
know
I might
names
need to
dropped
censor
like
that.
No, I know that he watches this. So
if he sees this and
you
comes
should
at
ask
you,
him.
then
You
you
should
know
ask
I
him
will.
to be on
I'm
your podcast.
posting this tomorrow, so we can
Where
show it to
Where
him
can
on
we find?
Thursday.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, don't act like you don't know.
Just-
I know you've looked it up
Well,
a
no,
few
I don't
times.
know if
This
it was
is-
on
this is
Instagram,
a-
YouTube, or what.
It's so
We
it's
are
on
on Instagram now,
YouTube,
too.
it's on
Okay.
Spotify,
Oh, okay.
it's on Apple Podcasts, Pocket
wow.
Casts, anything where you can find a podcast, it's here.
We
all
actually
this-
also showed your guys'
Yeah, we
podcast to our friends in Florida.
Oh boy.
This is so.
Wait, which episode did we show them?
The one with Quentin.
Oh no, that's from season 1. Oh,
No, like that one
We did
just
show
made us
one from
laugh
season
so
one.
hard.
It was
Dude,
so
they were
funny.
they were asking us like, what are the people like at your guys' camp, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to say like, other
Yeah.
than like, it's just hard for us
Yeah,
to
we could be like,
explain
"Oh, they're
because
great."
yeah, and then they wouldn't believe us. So, but because you did a podcast, we were like. Wait, we can show you what they're like,
we
and so
do.
we looked it up and we showed them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny.
We showed them a
This
couple.
series, the Life Theory podcast, is what
Yes.
we're on now. I don't know if Silas explained this earlier, but we've started over. So it's a new YouTube channel. And everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
they're
you
talking
have to
about
search the Life Theory podcast.
yes.
by
So
the way.
there's also the Odd
Right.
Unicorn podcast. It's especially the original episodes are very rudimentary. They were all recorded live, so there's a lot of dead air. It's a bit of a pain to watch for myself. I'm like trying to listen to it. I'm like, oh, why are you talking so weird?
It was funny.
It's alright.
Yeah, it was-
no,
it was
they're,
fun,
they're
yeah.
funny to
Good
watch
times.
for sure.
Yeah, this was good talks.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's
for having
great.
us on.
Yeah, thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Thank you.
It was
Yeah,
a lot of
thank
fun.
you guys
Definitely
so
let's
much.
do this
Yeah, no
again.
problem.
I'll do it
We
again.
Yeah, I'll do it
honestly,
again.
we should do a podcast at camp every year.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Every year.
debrief
I
on
think
it.
next year we should add just little shout outs. Cameron, Andrew, Chris, Tyler,
Lily.
Lily.
Lily, yeah.
Yes.
We'll have a part 2.
You know who
They
you
can
are.
sit on top.
We're gonna
on
have
top
a
right
whole
here.
bunch of
Hey,
on top
to
right
be
here.
continued.
We're gonna need to do it in the gym and just use Max's mics.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah,
why
yeah.
Not?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, thank you guys
Awesome.
so
Of course.
much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
And
Come to
we'll
camp.
see you next
Yeah.
week. Come to camp.
Come to
Come
camp.
Come to camp.
Come to camp.
That's an order. All right. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.